Before I start this video, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to Eli Guy. If you're a fan of my channel, then you know who this is. He's one of my most prominent viewers, and he comments on a lot of my videos. So yeah, like I said, if you're a fan of my channel, you probably know who he is. So the reason I'm shouting him out is because he actually made this type of video first. And I thought it was a really good idea, and I asked him if I could do it, and he let me. So Eli Guy is the original creator of this video idea, and he let me use it. So I have to shout him out for that as a kind of like a thank you. Plus, I mean, look at that subscriber count. It's way too low for the content this guy brings out. Seriously, give him more subscribers. He deserves it. Let's get him to 100. Then after 100, 200, and yeah, it keeps going up from there. If you're not subscribed to Eli Guy, he deserves the subscribers. Tell me something. Who hasn't heard of Mario? Who hasn't played a Mario game before? I mean, only the person who have vendettas against video games, but other than that, everyone's played a Mario game eventually, and if you haven't, what kind of rock do you live under? Anyway, with it being Mario's 35th anniversary, I think that there's no better way to celebrate it than to review every single main series Mario game throughout Mario's entire history. So, like I said, Eli Guy is the original creator of this format, and like I said, he allowed me to use it, so shout outs to him, like I said in the intro. But yeah, so basically, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a look at every single Mario game and basically just giving my review on it. And of course, at the end, I'll give it a score of what I think it gets. The score is going to be from a 1 to 10. But just going to let you know, none of the games are 1. But I mean, there is one that's close to 1, but I'm not going to get to that. But you won't have to wait that long. So, yeah. But that said, this is going to be pretty long. So let's get right into it in a 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Alright, what better way to start off than with the original Super Mario Bros. The game that saved the video game industry. Some people think it's outdated, which it kind of is. Some people think it still holds up. Some people don't. What is my take on this? I don't know. I mean, it's a really in the middle game. Not in terms of my score for it and all that. Just a really in the middle game. On the one hand, the controls are still pretty good. They do feel a bit clunky compared to today's standards. But back then, those were some really, really good controls back then. Which is something else you have to take into consideration when talking about games like this. You have to see how, not just how they hold up today, but you do have to take into consideration how they held up at the time. Which, at the time, this was fantastic. This is one of the best games ever back then. That is before the sequels came out, and this one, and like I said, compared to the more recent stuff, this one's kind of bland. But, like I said, it still holds up today, and it's still pretty fun. But it's definitely one of the more bland Mario games out there. But that's because this was the original one. This was on the NES. And the fact that it still kind of holds up and is still pretty fun to play today is honestly cool. Of course, there are only 3 power-ups, but of course, they all became Mario staples, and they're all really fun to use, especially the star. And Mario, like I said, controls pretty well, and the level design is overall good. The music is some of the most iconic video game music out there. So, with all this said, I have to give the original Super Mario Bros. A 7 out of 10. It's still pretty fun today, and was incredible for the time. But compared to some others, it is quite bland, and the level design isn't the best that the series has ever seen. But for a game on the NES, this was fantastic. Next, we got Super Mario Bros. 2. Alright, let's get the obvious out of the way. This game is a reskin of Doki Doki Panic. That means all the praise that this game gets, it should be the same for Doki Doki Panic. But the reason people like this game more and Doki Doki Panic gets no attention is because, you know, Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad are in it. So, yeah. Doki Doki Panic got swept under a rock while this game stole all the fame. I don't know if Nintendo's stealing or if that's breaking the law. I don't know. I don't care because this game is fun no matter how you put it. Yeah, I know that I don't really know how to feel like about this game being a copy of Doki Doki Panic. But if I look at the game as a whole and not really about it being stolen, Yeah, I really like this one. Unlike Mario 1, there's a much bigger reason to play this because it has such a unique gameplay engine compared to anything else Mario related. There's no Goombas or Koopas this time. Nah, you just pick up an enemy and just throw them across it. Trust me, it's fun. And the 4 playable characters are awesome. And I like how they all have unique abilities. I mean, Peach is obviously the most broken one of them all. And oh my gosh, look at this footage I'm using from a YouTuber called Various4. I did not even know you can go past that. But wow, that's really cool. And anyway, I'm getting off topic. I just think this has such a unique gameplay compared to any other Mario game out there that it's still really fun to play today. The level design is great. Yes, the bosses are pretty lame with most of them being just Birdo. Also, shout out to this game or Doki Doki Panic for making Birdo a staple to begin with. That can also be said for Bob-omb, Shy Guys, and others. But I think this game is still a lot of fun today. So in conclusion, I gotta give it an 8.5 out of 10. I really would like to give it a 9, but because of the whole Doki Doki Panic thing, I can't give it a 9 just because of that. But it's still really fun today, and it's definitely still a blast. Even though it is just a reskin of Doki Doki Panic. I'm gonna be honest, this game's kinda overrated. Don't get me wrong, it still is a really, really fun game. But I personally don't think it should get as near as many praises as it does. Don't get me wrong, it's still a fantastic game, no doubt. But calling this one of the best 2D Mario games? That's a bit of an overstatement. I think some other 2D Mario games are better, though I'd still say in terms of 2D Mario, this is in the upper half, but calling it the best is just way too much over-exaggeration for my taste. Don't get me wrong, the power-ups here are great. I really like the hammer suit, I really like the Tanuki leaf, and the frog suit could just die. I don't really care about that one at all. And of course, all the ones from the original Super Mario come back, which is good. But yeah, the level design's also pretty good. I mean, to be fair, the only one that really stands out to me is the Giant World because that's just the best. But overall, the level design's good. I really do like the Giant World, and that's all I have to say about that. The power-ups are good. The bosses are good, even though most of them are just freaking Boom Boom. Why? But to be fair, this was Boom Boom's first appearance. It wasn't until New Super Mario Bros. U that he released his true wrath on us. But yeah, I think that this game still holds up today pretty well, and it still is fun to play. But calling it one of the best 2D Mario games out there is pushing it. So with all this said, I give Super Mario Bros. 3 a rating of an 8.5 out of 10. Yep, the exact same thing as Mario Bros. 2. There's not really that much of a reason to play this compared to something like Mario Bros. 2 because it pretty much is the exact same gameplay as, the first game. But to be fair, after something so different from Super Mario Bros. 2, a change to the original formula definitely was the best choice for them. And like I said, the level design is pretty great. I really like the Giant World. The bosses are pretty good aside from frickin' Boom Boom, why is he here so many times? And the music's also really good too. But all those make to a really great experience, and a game that still holds up today. Though I do think there are better 2D Mario games out there. Next we got Super Mario Land, also known as what? Yeah, people don't even remember this game exists. And I don't blame them. For it being on the Game Boy and Mario's first ever portable appearance, I can see why this game gets swept under a rock compared to some of the more console stuff. Especially since portability wasn't really that big at the time. Sure, many people owned a Game Boy, but compared to some of the console stuff and the portables following it, well, how big those were, this game was kind of pushed under a rock, unfortunately. Now, how do I think this game is? I don't know, I never even played it. Yep, I have never even played it because I do not have a Game Boy, and no, I am not spending money on that thing. Yeah, but I have to base this off of what I think the game would probably be, and I'd probably say it's pretty much just like a slight downgrade from the original Super Mario. I mean, the music's great, the level design looks pretty good, and I like that they actually changed things up, where they actually made it take place in an entirely different place. And they introduced Daisy. I'm sad that Mario has officially cheated on Peach and went for Daisy now, which absolutely sucks because Luigi needs a girl, but hey, I mean, Mario's already a simp and it's No Simp September, so I don't really know how to think about that. But And although I think this game is just a downgraded version from what I've seen of the original Super Mario, so I have to give it like a 6.5. The level design looks pretty underwhelming compared to some others, and like I said, there's not really many power-ups in the game, and the Super Ball Flower sucks. And yeah, that's about it. There's not really that much for me to say about this game. It's just downgraded Super Mario Bros. 1. So the next game we have is Super Mario World. Unlike Super Mario Bros. 3, I can actually see why this is called one of the best 2D Mario games. It personally is not my favorite 2D Mario game, but it definitely is up there, and I would definitely say it's in my top 3. This game is fantastic. I'd probably say this is one of the best looking 2D Mario games out there. Although yes, it didn't have 3D models like we do today. Just there's something really charming about the 16-bit sprite art that they made here. Mario just looks really charming. Same with Yoshi. Oh yeah, Yoshi appeared in this game, and it was his first ever appearance. This is a game that made Yoshi such a huge staple, and it's because of this that we were able to get Yoshi's Island, one of the best platforming games Nintendo has ever created, with Yoshi's Woolly World at a close second. But anyway, yeah, the level design is fantastic, much better than Mario Bros. 3 in my opinion. I'm sad that they cut some of the power-ups from Mario Bros. 3, but to be honest, that was for the best, as some of the new stuff does make up for it. And let me tell you all the new power-ups. The Cape Feather. Yep, that's it. But the Cape Feather is such a broken, super fun to use power-up that I don't even care. Finally, I found a power-up in a Mario game that says, "Oh, I want that!" instead of, alright. The Cape Feather is just truly something special. It is the most broken Mario power-up I have ever seen because you don't even have to play the level to use it. You just run and whoop-de-doo, you're at the end. But yeah, I just really like this game because the level design is fantastic, the music is absolutely slapping, the power-ups are really good, especially the Cape Feather. This game introduced Yoshi, and the bosses are cool. The Koopalings are back from Mario Bros. 3. Normally I would groan, but they're actually much different in this game compared to how they are in other Mario games, so at least that's something. And yeah, I'd say the bosses are great, the music's great, the level design's great, the staples are great, everything about the game is great. So I give it a 9.5 out of 10. The reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because there's just others I prefer more, but this is definitely a fantastic 2D Mario game. Now I know what you might be thinking. Oh, you never played Super Mario Land 1. How could you have possibly played Super Mario Land 2? And you would be exactly right. I have never played Super Mario Land 2. Fun fact, did you actually know that they were going to make a Super Mario Land 3 before the creator of the Mario Land series died? Yep, that means we could potentially have a third Mario Land game that was swept under a rock like these two. But anyway, based on what I've seen, this looks like one of the most underrated 2D Mario games of all time. This game looks fantastic. This game just looks really incredible. Like the original Super Mario Land, it has a completely unique place with Mario owning a castle. I don't remember signing a petition to see that. But yeah, then this game also introduced Wario. Who doesn't like Wario? I mean, I know Mario doesn't, but us fans do. And Wario also brought along Waluigi when Mario Tennis came around, so you gotta praise him for that. Anyway, so how's the level design? Like I said, I never played this game before, but from what I've seen, it looks great. As you can see here, there's a lot of secrets to find within the levels too, and they don't necessarily have to rely on star coins for secrets, which like the new Super Mario Bros. Games do, which that's cool. There's also a lot of unique enemies in the game too. The power-ups are really cool. Of course, you got the Fireball Flower. Thank God the Super Ball Flower is not here. I almost had to sound my alarms for that. Of course, they have the Mushroom and a heart replacing the 1-ups. I don't really understand why they don't have 1-ups and have hearts, but to be fair, the original Super Mario Land had that. And anything a carrot gives you the bunny suit. I mean, that doesn't happen to me when I eat carrots, but Mario is always a weirdo anyway, so that's fine. But yeah, the music's also really good in this game too. May not be quite as good as the first one, but it's still got some bopping tunes to it. So yeah, I think Mario Land 2, from what I've seen, gets a 9 out of 10. Oh, this is the same as Super Mario Land for a game that you never played. Oh my gosh, you're a rebel. Yes, you are exactly right. But this game just looks so incredibly fun and looks so underrated. And if Game Boy games ever do come to the Nintendo Switch Online, I would love to try out this and the original Super Mario Land. They both look like such great times, with this one obviously being the better one, but both of them look so fun, and I just really want to try them out. Come on, Nintendo, bring us Game Boy games online. Did you know that this game was named Mario 64, not because it was on the Nintendo 64, but because it actually was the 64th Mario game?
Coincidence? I think not.
But anyway, this game is fantastic. This game revolutionized 3D platforming, and it still holds up today. Yeah, the graphics look pretty freaking hideous. I mean, I can't tell if Pennywise or this game is more ugly, but I'm going to have to give the slight edge to Pennywise. But this game, it's such a staple in terms of 3D gaming. This was the thing that revolutionized 3D gaming as a whole. I know I said that, but I need to think of other things here. But yeah, this game has fantastic level design. Sure, there are a few that suck booty, like Dire Docks, and of course, who can forget the absolutely terrible Wet Dry World. I absolutely despise that one. But there's some real classics in here, like Whomp's Fortress, Bob-omb Battlefield, Lethal Lava Land, and all the Bowser levels are fantastic too. The bosses do suck because they're literally all just Bowser, but the level design is so great, and this game has such an impact on 3D platforming, and the music is so incredible that it simply has to be a 9.5 out of 10 game. I absolutely loved this game. Not just because of the impact that it had, but because it aged well. Well, not in terms of the graphics, but in terms of the gameplay and the level design and the music, all of that still holds up today, and the game is still a blast. Next, we got Mario Sunshine. All hail the Sunshine Lords. All hail the Sunshine Lords. All hail the Sunshine Lords. Wait, what? No, I'm not starting it cold. If you are a fan of my channel, then you saw this coming from a mile away. This game is a 10 out of 10. This game is absolutely perfection in my eyes. The game hasn't aged a bit. The game still looks incredible. It may not look as good as some of the more recent stuff, but it still looks and it feels incredible to control. The Flood Pack is one of the most ingenious Mario things ever created of all time. The beach theme is absolutely fantastic and makes for some very interesting level design and beach things as a whole that were inspired by it. Like a hotel, a town, whatever the heck Bianco Hills is supposed to be that represents the beach. There's just so much variety in the level design. And like I said, Flood giving you access to some new moves makes some really great move diversity and makes it just so fun to control. And the game is just really satisfying to play too. And if you're looking for a hard 3D Mario game, oh boy, this is gonna do it for you. Trust me, I don't suck or anything, but this is definitely one of the harder Mario games out there. But yeah, for what I said, the music is absolutely slapping. I'd say this is one of the best Mario game soundtracks of all time. The music's incredible, the level design's incredible, the gimmick's incredible, Flood is incredible, everything is incredible, Toadsworth is incredible. This game also introduced Bowser Jr., Petey Piranha, so many other underrated Mario characters, like Toadsworth. With all this said, I think Super Mario Sunshine is a 10 out of 10 game. It is perfect level design, perfect level themes, perfect music, perfect gimmicks, perfect characters, and had so much impact on the Mario series. It may not be as much as, let's say, the original Super Mario, Mario Bros. 3, Mario World, or Mario 64, or Galaxy, but this game introduced so many Mario staples, like Petey Piranha and Bowser Jr., that this game is such a big importance to the Mario series, and to show that the Mario series can change up a big formula like this and still be really fun and unique. All this making it gives Mario Sunshine a 10 out of 10, and it is by far my favorite Mario game of all time. Next, we got New Super Mario Bros. DS. Now, yes, I know this was the beginning of everyone's least favorite little era, but back then, this game was praised in the highest regard. People kept saying this game was going to be seen the same way as Mario Bros. 3 and Mario World are today. And yeah, that didn't end up happening, mainly because of things like 2 and U. Those kind of brought the series down a little bit for a lot of people. But how does Mario Bros. DS hold up today? Honestly, really well. I think this game is still a blast to play today. I think the level design is great. The music is, it is your stereotypical Mario music, but it's still pretty good. And want me to tell you what this game has that other Mario games don't? Well, one, an actual good multiplayer mode. Seriously, the Mario vs. Luigi mode is incredible. I mean, I never played it, but it looks incredible from what I've seen. Just Mario and Luigi. One person's Luigi, one person's Mario. The end. I'm joking. So, with those two, you want to try to collect 5 stars, and the first person to do so wins. It sounds boring, but when you get crazy powers like the Mega Mushroom and can knock stars out of other people, it is crazy as all heck, and it is a blast. You want to know what else this game has? Mini games. Yes, most of them are stolen from Mario 64 DS, which does suck. Just gonna let you know, I'm not gonna be talking about that game because it's pretty much the exact same as Mario 64, except I give it a 9.8. So, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that. But the mini games here are still really fun, and the new ones they added are really good too. Most of them are pretty underwhelming, but the one where you have to drag the Bob-omb away so he doesn't hit the fire is a lot of fun. And how does the level design hold up? Honestly, really well. This game has some great level design, with many unique gimmicks to accompany it. The bosses are by far the best in the new Super Mario Bros. Series, and by far some of the best Mario bosses of all time, because there's just so many unique ones. There's no Koopalings in this game or anything. No boss is similar to another. And I like the fact that Petey Piranha actually appears in this game as a 2D boss. Yeah, I get this is the Mario game after Sunshine and all, but still, seeing him as a 2D boss is really awesome. Sure, he is one of the weaker ones, but he's still pretty cool. The fact that all the bosses are unique, the level design is great, the music's fantastic, and it has actual side content to it, make me really like this game, and definitely one of the best 2D Mario games. And in my opinion, I think it deserves a 9 out of 10. So the reason I'm not going to put it any higher is because I think the game could have been a bit longer. I don't really like the fact that you have to beat 2 bosses with the mini mushroom to unlock 2 secret worlds. And if you don't do that, then 6 worlds is really all you get, which is really short. Despite Mario's pretty hideous sprite, the game still looks pretty great today, and still holds up as one of the best 2D Mario games.